This is an embarrassment to the temple, and we must capture that bastard. We need to capture him and deliver him to the bereaved family of the demi-demon who died unjustly. I don't think he's lying. So, how do you plan to catch him? I don't know. That's why I came looking for you. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult Internal Enlightenment Facility. You must be busy, I apologize for coming with no notice. Don't say that, if anything, I'm sorry. The reason I came is because of something unjust. What is it? 2 years ago, one of the maids who worked at the Internal Enlightenment Facility was murdered, correct? I need information on the victim. Is that why you're here? You knew that the real culprit was someone else, didn't you? How did you know that? Did the Penal Law Hall ask you for help? You catch on fast. Have you learned the identity of the culprit? Who is it? I cannot tell you that. The pressure of demonic energy coming from her is intense. It happened several years ago, but her fury has not lessened. There's a total of 5 scrolls. Here is all of the information on the victim. Thank you for cooperating. I'll take my leave. The third young lord did not mention the Mara festival today. He probably thinks I might discover the real culprit's identity. If the Penal Law Hall could solve this with their investigative skills, they would have done it themselves. But they've turned to one of the heirs for help. This means that even the Penal Law Hall members cannot easily touch the true culprit. So, it's likely that the true culprit is a high-ranking official demi-demon who is participating in the Mara festival. Yonel. Bring me the list of high-ranking officials participating in this year's Mara festival. Especially those of the 7 families of the demon cult. My head hurts like hell. I wanted to read up on some law, since this has to do with capturing a criminal. Phew. I've finally read it all. Why is this law book so thick? Gosh. I can't ignore this. Any other heir could have interfered and handled this better. Wouldn't it be better to spend this time searching for a way to escape from here instead? It's more practical to pursue my dream of getting out quickly. But knowing and ignoring this wouldn't be right. Although it's laughable that a former assassin is talking about what's right, this issue is different. I don't intend to be a threat, but I should remain human. When faced with a request like this, humans should at least share the outrage, even if they can't help. This is one of those times. You're out, young lord. Yup, you ready? How's your condition? It should be pretty new. It's amazing. I never imagined I had this power within me. Yeah, neither did I. You were suppressing your potential so harshly. I'm ashamed to face you. Why are you ashamed to face me? You should be ashamed of the mindset that has held you captive. Ah. I see. What's the point of a strong will if your mindset is rigid? If this goes on, you'll eventually face a heavy blow. Ah. Hey. I'm joking, I'm joking. You're too serious. Then shall we slowly go and check out the culprit's face? Wow. Is the Mara festival always like this? It's so much fun. No wonder MANHWA was so excited to go out. I'm glad I gave her time off during the festival. Dongpil. This skewer is so delicious. Why aren't you eating? To think the young lord would be this happy. Considering his usual tension. Wow. It's a traveling theater. A story about the last surviving member of a fallen family overcoming adversity, becoming a hero, and emerging as the strongest in Jianghu. The plot is obvious, but cliché stories are usually enjoyable. Ha! Is that EUI Hungarian? Hey! If someone calls you, you should respond. Are you still upset I declined your invitation to go drinking a few times? Hey! Are you crying because of the play? Ah! What are you doing here? You've got quite a cute side to you. Ugh, so embarrassing. Squad leader EUI, let's have a drink. No. Here comes the demon sword family. He's finally here. It's the ceremonial entrance of the family to which the culprit belongs. It's the demon sword family. Among the 7 families of the demon cult, they are renowned for their martial prowess. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult Demon Sword Family Lord Ji Wunhui. The demon sword family hasn't attended the Mara festival in 3 years. This time, the demon sword family's elite squad, the Honorable Sword Force, has come. I heard that the demon sword family's eldest son will become the demon lord's disciple during the Mara festival. Amazing. The demon sword family's martial arts are truly impressive up close. He exudes the stern aura of a master at the pinnacle and holds himself with unwavering dignity. This commanding presence. It was a good thing I came. Young lord, the demon sword family lord's presence is even greater than I thought. Young lord. Ha. Who are you? You're the demon sword family lord. A while ago, I got greatly injured and lost my memories. I might have met you before, but I don't have the memories. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I don't know who you are. But I believe you're well aware of the great disrespect you're showing. Disrespect. What have I done to disrespect you? You are quite the foul-mouthed young man. I asked for a reason, but you just called me foul-mouthed. That's the attitude that uptight old men often show me. Are you old? Oh ho. The swordsmen he's commanding are radiating immense energy right now. But a tiger won't be intimidated by wolves. On the other hand, the demon sword family lord remains composed despite the provocation. I don't know why you're being so disrespectful, but I will generously overlook it for now, so get out of whatever. Let me just ask one thing. As a father, if you witnessed your child commit a despicable crime, what would you do? Is it hard to answer? It's my policy to avoid pointless discussions. So I'll let this disrespect slide once more. Move now. That's the sword surge hand technique of the demon sword family lord. It's astonishing how powerful it is, considering he merely used sword energy to amplify the chi surge with his hand. Enough with the hand techniques. Hurry up and respond. My neck hurts. He's perfectly fine. Even in the face of my sword surge hand technique. Gosh. Was my question that hard? Hurry and. Is he really using martial arts in front of me? Respond. Cook. What incredible force and power. Who is this young man? There is a report that the third young lord and the head of the demon sword family are currently at a standoff. There might be an emergency situation. Send the party members to the outside without the cult members knowing. Right this moment. I have received your orders. Were you planning to make the first move, third young lord? I knew you were a double-edged sword, but... To think that even the handle was bladed. The third young lord. It's my first time seeing him in person. Ahem, truly. He's as handsome as the rumors say. He's the third young lord. That young man is. Now that I think about it, he looks familiar. It must have been just after his facial hair started growing, around the time he was named third young lord. But the difference between the Xiaoyang of then and now is enormous. Who would have thought the third young lord could change so much? What? Is there something on my face? About the greeting. Head of the demon sword family, Ji Wunhui, has seen the third young lord. We have seen the third young lord. Quick and precise greetings. It doesn't belittle the other person, but it's a subtle greeting that doesn't show much respect. I didn't realize you were the third young lord. Even though I didn't recognize you, it was still rude of me, so I admit my mistake. However, as a successor candidate to the divine cult, you have also shown words and actions that deviate from etiquette. So, how about we act as if nothing happened? I'm fine with that. It's not like I'm here to pick a fight. Before that, you still haven't answered my question. I'd be grateful if you could repeat the question. I can repeat it as many times as you wish. I asked as such. As a father, How would you react if you were to witness the shameless acts of crime committed by your child? What is his intent in asking such a question? But everyone is watching. There's nothing good to come from prolonging a conversation with a high-status monkey. Of course, I would follow the laws. So, you will abide by the laws. The word law is quite ambiguous. Does that mean you will follow your family's laws? The laws of my family are stricter than those of any other family. If such a moment ever comes, I will hold the child accountable for the crime without hesitation. So, can I assume that since he is your child, he will be held even more strictly accountable for his crimes? He's exaggerating it. But I can't just argue with him with so many people watching. That's correct. How would I act as a head of the family if I couldn't even control my own child? But, I believe that my children, and of course, other members of the demonic cult would never act shamelessly. Those words reflect his pride as the head of the demonic sword family. You can at least hear the sincerity in these words. I apologize for holding you up. I congratulate you on entering the divine cult. It's nothing. The eldest son of the demonic sword family, Ji Konghyun, and the third son, Ji Younghyun. Look at those eyes. Are they viewing me as an eyesore? What can you do even when you give me those looks? The head of the demonic sword family was impressive, but the chi path of the eldest son, Ji Konghyun, wasn't bad either. That's right. That guy had a murderous aura. And it's not the kind you would get from a war zone. Otherwise, the aura wouldn't be so vivid nor so thick. He probably killed a person every day, if not every other day. It's the aura of someone who has killed a person who did not resist. If he did kill someone every other day, that would be a huge amount. Yet, the head of the demonic sword family didn't seem to notice it at all. But the one who's more suspicious is not Ji Konghyun but the third son, Ji Younghyun. A young kid like him is hiding such ridiculous strength. A fragment of secret power that can be felt with the sense completed with the help of Li Chonsang's ninefold demonic arts. Ji Younghyun's internal power is equal to, if not greater than, mine. Oh ho! Look at these bastards. Things are starting to get more interesting. So, why do they only give the treasured sword to you, the third squad leader, and not me? Are we the same? Why would the young lord give you a treasured weapon? What have you done? Hiccup. Wow. I didn't expect the young lord to be like that. But that's not how human relationships work. Discriminating against me like this. Ah, please, stop. Hey, berserk demon. Keep your drunken outbursts under control. It's not just some regular treasured sword but one of the 5 great demonic swords of the divine cult, the Silent King sword. Just look at this demonic aura, it's such a waste for the great amount of demonic aura sleeping within the sword to be held by a yellow toad. A yellow what? This is a sword that recognizes its owner. Let it go. You could lose your hand. Give me one. Give me. A guy like you will never be able to demonstrate the true value of this sword even if you train your entire life. You get it, young lord. I'm sad. Sad. Ah. Squad leader. Get a hold of yourself. What should I do? He's knocked out. Escort Ma should carry squad leader EUI. Ha. Wow. It's already dark out. I should hurry and return before the castle gates close. So I'll get going first. Now's the chance. Let's run. Ah. Escort Ma. How can you run away? Third young lord, give me a weapon too. Get a hold of yourself. Only favoring that toad, why don't you like me? Sniff. If you look carefully, there's many good parts to me. Get a hold of yourself, I want to cry too. Hying. That person. So much demonic and murderous aura. Damn, why are you telling me to come and go when I'm so busy? Since I have to go somewhere urgently, let's get straight to the point. I heard the news. What was the reason behind your actions this morning? This morning? Ah. You mean when I acted up in front of the head of the demonic sword family? Didn't you hear that I settled it well? Just because there were no swords drawn doesn't mean it was settled well. What's wrong? You didn't like the way I did it. You were too hasty. Besides, what was with that ambiguous question? The third young lord's words will make the real culprit be even more careful. If they were the type to hide themselves because of such words, there wouldn't have been so many victims. The bastard will not stop killing. Well, I was able to confirm one thing. The head replied in front of all those people. That he will hold his children to even stricter standards. He wouldn't thoughtlessly say such things as the head of the demonic sword family. He won't be able to cover blatantly for the real criminal even if he wanted to with so many watching. Why? Because he would lose face. Respect is the key to determining the rise and fall of a power. I don't believe that the head of the demonic sword family is foolish enough to sacrifice his family just for the sake of his eldest son. I understand your reasoning. But that comes after catching the real criminal. If we push too hard without any evidence, the angered sword of the head of the demonic sword family will be aimed at us. Well, it'll work out somehow. I'll be going. Let me ask a question. What is it that you really want? Huh? Why are you asking that out of the blue? When I first met you, I had a thought. That you had no interest in the divine cult. It was odd. Being chosen by the demon lord himself as his disciple, how could you not have even a trace of ambition? You're overestimating me. Is not having ambition overestimating? You speak like the people from the righteous faction. Ambition to reach a higher place. Isn't the thirst for power the essence of a demon? Ahem. Ambition only makes life harder. I just want to eat well, poop well and sleep well. But you didn't reject my request. Had you said just one word of rejection, you wouldn't be in this predicament. Maybe that's why I'm acting like this. I've come to realize why I find you dangerous and inexplicably unsettling. The third young lord isn't a person that suits this cult. The third young lord isn't a person that suits this cult. You might not know, but tomorrow is when high-ranking members of the demonic martial factions pay their respects to the demon lord. And after the ancestral rites, there's a competition to determine the future of the demonic Murim faction. And what about it? There will also be reports on all the recent unpleasant incidents. The incident where the great elder of the righteous heavenly alliance died will be discussed too. Why didn't you capture me if you knew already? Isn't it a great crime to leave the cult without permission? The demon lord didn't wish for it. The demon lord looks favorably upon you. He wouldn't want you captured by the penal law hall. That doesn't mean he would specifically order you not to. You are correct. I let you go, knowing the great crime you committed. Just as I overlooked you leaving the cult, can you overlook one of my crimes? What crime could you possibly have committed? I'm about to commit it now. Cook. Strong. He's become faster and stronger. He's not the same as when he merely took my attacks last time. He's really going all out. Ha! You were hiding such a fine sword. And the third young lord still hasn't shown your true martial arts. You keep talking like you know something about me. It's displeasing. The righteous sword is. Even when I increased the core energy, it only lost power and bent the sword. The sword pressure is incredible. What's this, suddenly? Trying to boost my morale before we start for real. Let's end this night's sword dance here. Now I understand why the demon lord is interested in you. Not my problem. I'll overlook it as promised, so go and stay alert. Third young lord. Be wary of the demon lord. A person so dark, I couldn't see an end, and so bright that human eyes can't behold. Heart-wrenching anger and overwhelming resentment that's turned cold. Yet, he's like a volcano ready to erupt. A person who finds amusement in everything, yet fears it all. The one who walked into hell looking at the sky, and before knowing it, stood on a cloud looking down at hell. I can't understand a thing you just said. I didn't expect you to. But remember these words if the time comes. Also, the leader of this matter is you, third young lord. Let us well. Dropping all this on me out of nowhere, giving me such a headache. Third young lord was correct. It truly was you. Demonic sword family's third son, Ji Young-hyun. Heart-wrenching return to the heavens. He's unscathed even with my full power. Get a grip, young Lord Ji. He's so different from this morning. He was clearly a healthy and conscious young man then. Give me that sword right now. But now, he's like a demonic beast, mad to the bone. Roar. Give it. Such incredible sword mystic arts. It's not just a simple hand sword technique. His whole arm is as hard as a treasured weapon. While his martial arts aren't anything special, but his internal energy is extraordinary in both quality and quantity. It's as if he had extracted only the demonic energy and internal energy and absorbed more than he could handle. Damn it. Move. Yellow Toad. Berserk Demon Divine Fist. I don't like ganging up on one person, but I'll make an exception for you. Thank you, Squad Leader EUI. Hey. You alright? Kuha. Save it. Looks like we'll be pooping blood together soon. I can tell after that one hit. Hey. His body is as hard as a 10,000-year-old cold iron. Just how much internal energy does he have? Give me that sword. He's coming. Just what? This bastard. He's absorbing the demonic energy from the Silent King sword. This is it. The taste of demonic energy. It's the best. How dare you do that to the sword given to me by the third young lord? What are you doing to it? Cook. Grr. Get lost. Damn it. Just what is this monster? If I said get lost. VRGH. Cough. Squad Leader EUI. Are you alright? Damn it. Just what is that bastard? Does he have unlimited internal energy? I don't know. But can you hold on until the young lord arrives? Sword. Give it. Can't ha. Aren't you tired of being protected by the one you're supposed to protect? Young lord. I have nothing to say. I'm just teasing you, punk. Sorry for being late. I got held up by an annoying guy. How can his power be so strong when his martial arts skills are like a child swinging a wooden sword? It's too basic. Demonic energy. I need more. The overflowing internal energy is maximizing the body's defense and reaction speed. Additionally, he has enough demonic energy to fight while using it as sword chi. Well, then. I'll have to beat him until he exhausts all that energy. This bastard sure can take a hit. Let's see how long you can last. Chain waterfall punch. What's this? Have I led such a dull life? This feeling in my hands. No, it's a sense of liberation. Or satisfaction. Young lord. This is exhilarating. Young lord. He's unconscious. You can stop now. Hey, why is everybody looking like that? What exactly did I do wrong? Is it because I was too harsh with him? Is it because I laughed while beating him? Just look at his face. Well, it does look bad, but you can still recognize him. The suspect is the first young lord. But why did you do this to the third young lord Ji Young Hyun? We'll find out now. What does that? You should also know, the difficulty in this case arises from the suspect not leaving any concrete evidence. Handling things cleanly, leaving no trace, and being careful enough to avoid detection by his sharp father, known as the Sword King. Do you think he acted alone? So I came up with a hypothesis that he had an accomplice. By observing them, I could tell. The older brother with a murderous aura, the kind acquired through regular killings, and the younger brother concealing strange demonic energy. They are the main perpetrator and the accomplice in this case. This case isn't simple. The main perpetrator will deny everything, and hallucination powder. I had a hard time getting this out from the Jiaksa family. The medicinal plant, known for its hallucinatory effects, will weaken your will. Using the hallucination powder, will extract a confession implicating his older brother from him, and he went to find the one he beat up to get the medicinal herb. That's a crazy approach. As well as have him spit out the truth about his strange demonic energy. The demonic energy in his body surely comes from the people he has killed. I became more certain when I saw him attacking me wildly, driven by the demonic energy from the Silent King's sword. However, even if these two confess and are sent to the penal law hall, it will all be in vain if that one person doesn't agree. Now, I need to visit the last person who can resolve this issue. The tea you drink at the divine cult is truly different. However, is it because it's my first day? Or because tomorrow, my son becomes the demon lord's disciple? I can't calm my heart even with the nice breeze and fragrant tea. Ha! There's someone. What? The third lord. Drinking tea instead of alcohol. You lead a healthy life. Would it be alright if I interrupted your relaxation? Of course. I know the family head dislikes cumbersome matters, so I'll get straight to why I'm here. I'm listening. Please talk. Your third son, Ji Young Hyun, was arrested. What do you mean, my third son was arrested? I'm considering doing the same to your first son, Ji Kong Hyun. What are your thoughts? This is the list of cult members killed by Ji Kong Hyun and Ji Young Hyun's confession. No, how could Kong Hyun? Is this truly his doing? Everything is true. If you don't believe it, I can call the penal law hall here. I refuse to believe this. What if you're doing this to eliminate competition for yourself? The fourth has already been handled by me. He's now confined to his house for treatment, in a state between life and death. The fight for inheritance has long begun. As you see, I can easily remove someone like you. So, don't dwell on useless things. I don't know your motive for making them the demon lord's disciples, but what if your son becomes a disciple and starts slaughtering cult members again? Do you want to disgrace your family name for this? You should think carefully. You bastard. If you stand by your words from earlier, of insolent, sacred God has departed. Everyone, pay your respects. Third young lord. You. Calm down. I'm not here to fight with the demonic sword family. I'm aware you could easily cover your son's sin with your influence. But I know you're not that kind of person. I have a proposal. Report Ji Kanghyun's sins directly to the demon lord during tomorrow's Mara festival. I believe this confession will preserve the honor of the demonic sword family in front of everyone present. Choose. The fate of centuries depends on your conscience. Is conscience more important than my dignity? Than the demonic sword family's honor? All hail the demon lord. Long live the heavenly demon divine cult. The demon's foolish children greet the sacred God. This is it. I yearn to see my son revered as a god, in a place I couldn't reach. I had believed that the son I am so proud of, would have no problem attaining that position. But, how could my son commit such atrocities? Head of the demonic sword family. Are you still hesitating? It's been a while. Jackal. You're still just a child. Haha. Are you trying to say that, despite your childlike body, you're as powerful as ever? I don't like cumbersome things. I will end this meeting with a few words. Can't this just go by without any issues? Why should I denounce my son and tarnish our family's honor? This is your only chance, head of the demonic sword family. Cook. I'll take Ji Kong Hyun, eldest son of the demonic sword family, as my disciple. Please wait, my lord. I, Ji Wunhui, head of the demonic sword family, must speak, even at the risk of death. I regret to inform you, but my son has committed a grave crime. Enough. Yuk. Cook. Come to the Demon Lord Palace. What? Is he really planning on taking him as a disciple? What are you thinking, Li Chonsang? Come in, third. I greet the Demon Lord. Have a seat. Would you like a glass? I'm fine. I guess you aren't in the mood to drink. How dare he refuse the Demon Lord's alcohol? Just who is this third young lord? You have shown bravery. It mustn't have been easy to do such a thing in front of so many. It's in your nature. I'm grateful for the praise. I just did. I'll ask, how do you want to handle this? Though he's my son. I feel that it's out of my hands now that he's your disciple. Head of the demonic sword family. Are you going to make me ask the same question twice? Cook. I beg forgiveness. So how do you want to handle this? Answer me. Just what could the Demon Lord be thinking? No, guessing his intentions is futile. I acknowledge his grave sin, but he's still my child. Parents are the only ones who could forgive their child. But I am the head of the demonic sword family. That's why I believe we must handle it more strictly. So I want to impose a punishment befitting his crime. Is that what you truly think? Yes. Understood. As you said, that child has become my disciple and is beyond your reach. But I do not wish to ignore your words. The Church's 8th disciple. I shall discreetly handle him myself. Take this. I'm grateful for the Demon Lord's grace. This lowly one shall take his leave. Follow me, third. So, you sought out the head of the demonic sword family yourself. What's your reason for getting involved in this? So, you sought out the head of the demonic sword family yourself. What's your reason for getting involved in this? So he did know everything already. There's no reason for you to get involved in this. I had to resolve it. Why? There's no reason. It was just something I felt I had to do. To be honest, it was merely my instinct driving me. I like that response. I would have been disappointed if you gave me a string of excuses. May I ask a question? How did I know? No, I wanted to understand why you allowed me to proceed despite knowing my actions. A demon cult member died for a sin he did not commit. And he prayed for you until his last breath. Why didn't I intervene, knowing who the true culprit was? The answer lies in what you just told me. To be honest, it was merely my instinct driving me. What do you? You don't like this reason. It doesn't matter. I don't seek validation from others. And the same applies to this demon cult member. Until his end, he prayed for me. Do you think he expected anything in return? Did he hope I would vindicate him? Give him a peaceful afterlife? No. He simply thought of me. All he desired was for his God, the God he served all his life, to remember him. There was no ulterior motive. Expecting something in return for loyalty and devotion isn't pure. Dear demon God, he wasn't bothered by being framed. His thoughts, driven by pure devotion, were solely of me. Getting angry on his behalf would tarnish his faith. This is why I am regarded as a god. God. A god doesn't resolve trivial matters. Awareness and understanding suffice. Of course, I'm human. I may be human, yet I am called a god. Then I must endeavor to act like one. Endeavor. This man tries. That doesn't seem like him at all. It feels as though he was born this way. I see why you refrain from acting. Well, I don't fully understand it, but I recognize it. Then why did you accept the first son of the demon sword family as your disciple? Just like you saw no need to address the framing, there was no need to accept him as a disciple. Wrong. I had plenty of reasons to take him in. He was a necessary ingredient for the cult. I'll explain to you since you're also involved in this. Do you recognize these boxes? You must, since you were there as well. These boxes. They're the items Jung Il-ryong confiscated from us during the delivery squad mission. So he was aware all along of my departure from the cult and my activities. These herbs weren't gathered to create a miracle medicine. They're meant for eradicating, seizing, and annihilating. I am going to test these herbs on him. I aim to test the robustness of his core energy, the clarity of his consciousness, and the extent of his greed. Then I will obliterate his humanity. And if the experiment fails, he will be discarded. Did you agree to take him in for this purpose from the beginning? It was the wish of the demon sword family's patriarch. Had he not requested it, I would have experimented on myself. But it's not a bad choice to use a criminal burdened with grave sins as a test subject. But I doubt a fish once cooked can swim again in sea. It may be a just retribution for his deeds, but his end sounds horrendous. This isn't something a human should do. It's inhumane. However, I hope the experiment fails. He's guilty of raping and murdering 7 members of the divine cult, and likely many civilians. Neither execution nor a cruel experiment seems sufficient for his crimes. Perhaps it's better if the experiment fails, and he's left to suffer endlessly in a shattered mind and body. I hope his only remaining hope is for death. He's getting closer. When I first encountered the third in the demonic judgment pavilion, all I sensed from him was death. He instinctively understood the concept of death. After years of studying the concept of demon and finally liberating myself from it, I never imagined encountering such a person in reality. However, he is now edging closer to the concept of a demon. Previously, he was solely an embodiment of death. The reason for his current anger is irrelevant. What matters is his increasing cruelty and violence. If he keeps progressing towards the concept of a demon. Like this, his reasons will eventually become inconsequential. He will become violent, cruel, and evil without any justification. If he fails to reach the ultimate demon realm before that happens, he will merely be a strong, yet ordinary, member of the demon cult. It seems I stepped up and got involved for nothing. That's not true. The patriarch of the demon sword family should be thankful to you. Thanks to your intervention, their legacy can at least be preserved. You'll receive an order from me soon. You were so eager for a breath of outside air that you left the cult without a single report. I think this would suit someone like you. Ahem. I'm relieved he's overlooking that. But did he have to mention it? You may leave. Yes, Demon Lord. It's rather careless. But that's how it was resolved. Good job. I don't know how the Demon Lord will take care of the real culprit, but this may be for the better. I believe the real culprit will endure a fate worse than imprisonment. Trapped in a state where he's neither alive nor dead. Anyway, please take care of Ji Young-hyun yourself. I believe it's best for me to step back from this matter now. Regardless of the results, I am indebted to you. I won't forget it. It's fine. Jade of Calamity. I was unaware that such a thing still existed in Jianghu. What an interesting object. The Jade of Calamity absorbs a person's life force, the primordial energy, under the right conditions. The essence-absorbing demonic arts that Ji Konghyun and Ji Younghyun used to harm others with function similarly to the Jade of Calamity, but the Jade's power is vastly superior. Its side effects are fatal, deterring anyone from attempting to master it. That is why Ji Konghyun had his brother learn the essence-absorbing demonic arts instead. His plan, presumably, was to have Ji Younghyun absorb the demonic energy, which he would later claim for himself. AzureScans.com however, the side effects of the arts caused Ji Younghyun to lose control over his insatiable craving for demonic energy. Ultimately, he sought the Silent King's sword in the heavenly demon weapon storage, aiming to absorb the immense demonic energy sealed within it. The third has been aiding me in many ways. Anger nearly blinded my rationality just now, when I confronted the demon lord. It was the same during my battle with Ji Younghyun. I'm growing more violent and rough. This rage refuses to subside. Of this is the essence of demon. Lee Chonsang. This man continually surpasses my expectations. It's merely a character martial arts manuscript. He can't even grasp the essence of demonic arts, yet he discerned the gaps in the technique solely from the demonic energy I released and my display of power. His insight was remarkable, but what's more, he even penned this to rectify the technique's shortcomings. Thanks to him, I have completed the Dark Shadow demonic art. I don't mean complete in the sense of creating a whole. There's nothing more to add or remove. It's perfect. I must elevate my dignity to reflect the majesty of the martial arts that allegedly opened the gateway to hell. The manuscript's final words, 9 Depths Mastery. Henceforth, I shall name this martial arts technique as such. 9 Depths Demonic Arts. You summoned me, Demon Lord. This way. You're drawing an orchid today. Are the preparations complete? Yes. Everything is in place. When a tiger hunts its prey, smaller cats often follow, hoping for scraps. What's your plan for them? Just leave them be. Is that so? They're not to be underestimated. There may be consequences. Then we should send a tiger to eliminate all those smaller cats. Who would be suitable for that? Ideally, the Senate. But you'd argue against it. How about dispatching a few from among the top 10 of the 108 demon generals? That's also not possible. They have important tasks. I plan to send some to the Northern Sea soon. You're finally taking that step. I hadn't thought that far ahead. But there is one appropriate individual. Who? I believe this person is the answer you're seeking. There's an individual who's been causing quite a stir lately but has also demonstrated formidable skills. Give this to him. Yes, sir. Huff, huff. Are you okay? Not bad. You're improving every day. Huff, huff. Thank you. He didn't use his heart-wrenching sword or the return to the heavens sword and opted for stabbing techniques over slicing. He's learning fast. Here comes my first sword. Oh ho. Would you look at that? An honest strike without any intent to deceive. He's swinging his sword from a distance that won't reach me. Wah. He didn't imbue it with sword aura, and it's also slow. What are you doing? Cook. The sword pressure is so heavy. It's as if it weighs 600 kilograms. But a simple attack like this won't be enough. He's moving really fast this time. He's aiming for my solar plexus. Too late for the dragon scale blade. I'll block with the Seven Knights blade instead. Cough, cough. That's the price of taking the full impact of the blade's shock. I'll imbue your Mingmen with demonic energy, so wait. Anyway, how did you come up with this strategy? I I realized I'd never land a hit with mere speed and strength. So I decided to maximize what I excel at, to enhance my martial arts efficiency. Good thinking. But I didn't think a simple attack would do much. But thankfully, I got a clue from your martial arts. A clue? What kind? Your ninefold resilient calamity blade technique. After the powerful blade storm comes the flames, then the icy wind. It's the pinnacle of martial arts. What made the wind of ice and snow even more terrifying is that what you used right before that was an extreme young art. So you alternated a blunt attack with a swift one after. Yet, your strength was too overwhelming for me again. Idiot. You fail to see your own brilliance. This is the first time since we've met that I'm impressed solely by the martial arts. Innovative thinking is just as crucial as diligent effort. Such innovation stems from creativity, and creativity can only be put to good use if you know yourself. Your understanding of your strengths in martial arts led you to this strategy. It's this kind of creative thinking that paves the way to greatness. Do you know what we call that? I'm not. Enlightenment. Enlightenment isn't just about sudden revelations. Consistent effort and relentless practice lead to enlightenment too. I'm touched. Genuinely. That almost got me. However, your body isn't quite trained to execute such tactics yet. You've trained well so far, of course, but if your body can't handle it, it's not because you trained wrong. The limitations lie within the martial arts you're learning. Meditate for a bit. Where are you going? Not telling. Oh, this is it. Vajrayiksha demonic arts. Vajrayiksha is the Dhritarashtra. But those are Buddhist concepts, so why is a demonic art named that? Anyway, this seems perfect for Ma Dongpil. He should be able to learn this in a day, given his current level, though replacing the demonic energy with this will take some time. I'll select this along with a few others. Holy shit. What the hell? What? I didn't detect any presence. Hello. Brother. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult 7th Young Lady Chai Yeoman. Brother. Then she's the youngest. The child who seemed weak and fragile when I returned from the solitary bamboo grove. Is she fully recovered now? But why did Li Chansang take in a kid like her? She's adorable. Can I come over to your house? What? You're already studying the 10 great demonic arts. Yes, the Demon Lord has allowed it. How can she delve into that at such a young age? It seems the Demon Lord believes in her ability and granted her permission. She must be a real genius then. But what do we talk about? I've hardly ever spoken with children. I've only ever trained or drank with them. Brother. Thank you. It's okay, it's no big deal. Feel free to come over for snacks anytime. Thank you for killing that son of a bitch Hong Yuemun. Son of a bitch. That son of a bitch was poisoning me. If it weren't for you, I would have died. No need to thank me. He was just being annoying. She's got quite the foul mouth. But it's true that I owe my life to you. This vibration. It's the carriage from the demon god's palace. A carriage. What? You noticed that too. It's coming from quite a distance. She has impressive senses. What an impressive child. Why are you arriving in a carriage from the demon god's palace, General Strategist? Surprising, isn't it? I bring a message from the Demon Lord. External Supervision Deputy Special Investigator Head. What's with this overly long and complex title? In short, we call it Special Inspector General. Do you understand your duties? Not really. Why am I being given this title? I thought successor candidates don't take on roles. That's why the word deputy is in there. It's a temporary position, so it's acceptable. Fruit flies will be attracted to anyone with power. Is that such an issue? The problem is my class. Well, I am worried about that too, but we shouldn't let our worries hinder us. Worried, my ass. You look like you're having the time of your life. I see. But why do I feel like this role will be quite troublesome? Who knows? Why do you think that? I'm just judging by your amused and joyful expression right now. I get the feeling I've been duped. He's amazingly quick to catch on. He lacks experience in political maneuvering, so how is he so astute? Is it an extension of his survival instincts? Anyway, the demon lord has commanded it himself. You'll need to leave in 2 days, so please prepare. You'll receive an order from me soon. You were so eager for a breath of outside air that you left the cult without a single report. I think this would suit someone like you. Eager for outside air. General strategist. Does this mission require me to leave the cult? As I said, it's an external supervision deputy. External, as in, outside the cult. He meant he would allow me to leave. That's it. Here's your order. Do you not want an explanation? Of course, it's all written down here, but isn't my task simply to observe and eliminate those who misbehave and commend those who don't? You've summarized it better than I could. I would have liked to share tea with you if I had the time, but I'm busy. I must excuse myself. Is that so? Then get going right away. The general strategist is departing. Bring the carriage. Young lord. I may not be able to see you off. Please stay safe. Haha. Don't worry at all. Brother. Ha. Ah, yeoman. You're still here. What's wrong? Are you hurt? Wahaha. I should not be sick no matter what. I'm free. The third young lord. I wonder how he'll handle the prey. They're not ones to easily succumb to fate. Recently, the balance of power between the divine cult and the 7 families has been unstable. For centuries, they were the arms and legs of the divine cult. But some now resist their rule. The attitudes of the Jiaxa and Jiujiang families at the Mara festival are proof of that. Additionally, these 2 families have offered their children as disciples to the demon lord. They seek to eliminate what they fear. The demon lord. Like someone scared of ghosts hiring exorcists. They're also trying to enlist others to remove the very person they fear. The demon sword family and the 1,000 treasure gold family are clean. It's time we apprehended them. The deity remained motionless, and the superiors silent. After enduring, we discerned the concealed smile and hidden bloodlust. The third young lord was perfect for the role of eliminating the threat. I feel fantastic. Super speed. Level 2. Brother. Young master. You should be more gentle with the 7th young lady. Ha 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 ha. Level 3. I'm really leaving this time. I'll depart on my own 2 feet and with my own dignity. Too fast. Once I leave, I won't see you again. I knew this day would come. But what is this feeling? Young master, I think I'm going to be sick. Do it toward Dongpil. Vitriiksha demonic arts. So this is what it means to use my strength to its fullest. This is on an entirely different level from the sword aura I've used before. You've completely mastered the Vitriiksha demonic arts. Congrats. Put it to good use. Although I'm sure you would even if I didn't tell you to. I'm only going to use this power to protect you, young master. Don't. This power is yours alone. Your life must take precedence over mine. I apologize, but I cannot do that. I'm your escort warrior. Any blade that reaches you will have to go through my dead body first. Ma Dongpil has saved my life too many times. Even in my past life, no one cared for me as much as Dongpil does. Although I hope it never happens. What if Ma Dongpil tries to prevent me from leaving? Could I really kill him to escape this place? You can't become a warrior if your heart is burdened by excessive love for others. You must sacrifice many things for what you truly desire. Damn it. When did I become so sentimental? But I had planned to teach MANHWA some proper martial arts. It feels surreal to think that I'm actually leaving. Ah, you little. At least I won't have to leave everyone I've gotten attached to. You can always return here if you change your mind. Life here will be dull without you. The escape from the divine cult that I longed for is just ahead, yet I don't feel good. You bastards. Show some determination. Are you going to lie there just because you injured an arm or a leg? Ugh. We're not dead yet. Hoo-hoo, that's right. There's a good reason behind the saying that encountering the berserk demon means certain doom. If your arms break, fight with your legs. If your legs break, tear them apart with your teeth. That's the berserk demon squad's way. Put your heart and soul into this. Fight as if it's a real battle. What are you doing? Come at me. That's right. Now that's how you do it. All right. That's enough for today. Oh, man. I'm dead. Squad leader, you're seriously injured. How will you? I'm fine. Look after the guys instead. Phew. I can't do this shit anymore. I know every moment is a learning opportunity, but sparring with less skilled opponents isn't helping me improve. I can't hit a plateau here. That damn third young lord. Shouldn't he be looking out for me more? Ugh, I'm bored. I wish they'd give us a mission or something. Bored, are you? That's perfect. You're the penal law hall. Master. I do have a mission perfect for the Berserk Demon Squad. Are you interested? Ha. A mission. Young Master, the preparations are complete. MANHWA, take this. Your internalization of power is stable, but not outstanding. That's why I've prepared this. It may not be highly valued by the cult, but it's first-rate elsewhere. And martial arts. Did you write this yourself? If I had more time, I would have guided you through it myself. I've annotated it for easier understanding. I don't know how good the notes are though. You have potential, but you're not extraordinarily talented. Instead, you possess a consistency and seriousness that others lack. Young Master. Can't you give the mission to someone else? Don't go. I'm greatly indebted to her too. Does she know that I'm leaving the cult? Don't skip meals just because you don't have anyone to cook for. Okay. I'll get going. The divine teachings are absolute. All demons prostrate before you. I am Eui Hungrian, the leader of the Berserk Demon Squad and currently serving as the acting Vice Special Inspector General. Greetings to the External Supervision Deputy Special Investigator Head. We greet the Special Inspector General. Divine Cult Inspector General. Let's go, Supt. Inspector General, considering the carriage speed, we should reach the Gioxa family in 5 days. If we take more breaks than planned, it may take an extra day or two. Shit. Why do I feel so strange? This is the freedom I've yearned for. So why this discomfort? My heightened senses are on high alert. It's more intense than when I was trapped in the inescapable net formation of the Righteous Heavenly Alliance and Steel Blood Fortress, or when I encountered Li Chansang. I can't run away like this. Why? Is there something I've overlooked? Errol. Inspector General. Are you okay? You're sweating profusely. If you're not feeling well, I was just thinking. Don't worry. Nothing's wrong with me. All right. The sun's setting. Get prepared for the night. Yes, sir. Why didn't you rest inside? It seemed like the young master wanted to be on his own. Man, he's making me worried. He didn't even eat. Do you know anything? You're closer to him than I am. I don't know either. I thought it was just the pressure of the mission. I didn't know you cared about him that much. It's nothing if the mission leader is compromised, the whole mission is jeopardized. Your concern is so touching, it's almost making me tear up. Wag. You should have at least let us know you're approaching. Your stealth techniques are terrifying. Stealth technique, my ass.